What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. The first match here again in Group E. Infernity is currently with 6 points versus Bloo-D. So, you know, like Reasoning Gate Heroes. Years ago, one of the oldest decks from this year's Cross-Banlist Cup, right? First deck that you see here is of course Reasoning Gate, or whatever you call it, right? From the OCG with triple Stratos and the full package of Dimension Fusion and Demok pre-errata. Let's not forget that one. Again, one of the oldest decks here in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup. It's paired up against another deck that's heavily FTK slash OTK oriented, of course. Infernitys definitely want to start right and set up their board. Then again, Blood doesn't really want to do that. Going first, the strongest they can do is like normal summon Stratos, I guess, and set Mystical Space Typhoon, or maybe go for Plasma if they already have like a huge opening hand with Demok as well. And that's something we see here again. So which deck has the advantage in this particular matchup? Again, most people preferred Infernitys over the Blood deck list. I get why. Again, the more recent deck, maybe the deck with the highest ceiling, the most consistent deck as well. Then again, Blood has been like a deck that's involved in like Seki shenanigans in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup as well, and also previous editions. So, but again, in the long run, it was a solid match, a very good match. Infernity start, and I think that that's the best opening hand you want to have, right? Especially with the Soul Charge, the Armageddonite as well, to immediately set up your Necromancer or another Archfiend, or, you know, Street Patrol. I mean, you can tutor basically everything in your deck. And that's Infernitys, right? Exceed Infernitys, just pop your own stuff with a Diamond Direwolf. Very strange, but that's just how the deck works, I guess. Gain more advantage of popping your own stuff. It feels like an, what's it called? Insectors in some way. So yeah, anyway, Master Key Beetle, you know, the Master Key Beetle Vanity's Emptiness. Luckily, the Exceed version of Infernitys, I think is not playing, no, it's indeed not playing the Vanity's Emptiness. And so yeah, 4, I guess, negates, 3 the Raigeki Break, I think, and 1 Infernity Barrier. And the one of Barrier, I guess, feels a bit iffy against a deck like Heroes, or, well, basically this list, due to the triple Vortex and Mirror Force as well. So Mass Destruction against something like Infernitys is very powerful. We already saw the one of Soul Charge. And we know the back row, right? I think, yeah, the 4 searches, so we can definitely, well, not play around that, but, you know, force out those back rows. And I get his fear here for that one of Mirror Force. He could, like, maybe put a couple of monsters into defense position. But I get why with the Direwolf here and, yeah, the last copy of Infinity Break to force out the second back row, potentially fearing the Mirror Force. No Mirror Force, so I was like, well, it's pretty much game over. He does go for the Arcanite just in case of another copy of Lightning Vortex to still have a big stick on the field, and I think I had like 1 out. Yeah, indeed 1 out, and that was Dimension Fusion, and there it is, right from the top of my deck. Luckily, the Scapegoat blocked those attacks in the previous turn, so I still, well, you know, have like the 2k to pay and eventually go for another copy of Dimension Fusion, you know, getting back the Demok, pre-errata Demok, by the way. And I think I had like 1 Stratos and 1 Dasher in my deck left. Not really sure about this, and I believe 1 copy of Plasma as well. Got lucky, revealed the Stratos, and of course, I'm searching out Destiny Hero Plasma, and a game that I seem to, well, you know, it felt like lost. I pulled this one out of my bottom. Top deck the Stratos, and this is again a GG well played. So again, a very strange duel, but I get with the Barrier, you could, you know, like reveal Barrier on, let's say, the Destiny draw or whatever, but then you have like 0 protection against your opponent's Lightning Vortex here in this case. So game number 2, again, Infernitys definitely want to start out, immediately blow him away with the Heavy Storm for that delicious +2, I think, yeah, destroying 3 cards, but no follow-up play. The Stratos was definitely needed. Man, if he caught like not 4, drop the Stratos here with a search like Malicious, Destiny draw for the extra 2 draws, Monster Gate, and go from there. That already potentially could have been an OTK again. So there's the Direwolf again, forcing out the back row, kind of fearing the Mirror Force, I guess. So that one of Mirror Force is definitely paying off. Then again, what are the other options? Maybe Key Beetle or something like that. Gorgon, what is it called? Gorgon, you know, the rank 4 Exceed. But other than that, the rank 4 Exceed pool isn't really that strong. Arcanite as well. But still, yeah, Mirror Force is still a threat there. So indeed, Reveal the Stratos, definitely a solid top deck. Going for the Magical Stone Excavation, again, the triple Dimension Fusion are still in my deck. I was hoping to draw it off of Graceful Charity and off of, you know, Destiny Draw, but sadly no Dimension Fusion. But the Jinzo, good old big beast Jinzo, saving the day here, blocking my opponent's back row, and I don't think he has any follow-up plays here. The triple Archfiends are already gone from the deck, so no rank 4 Exceed play left, and the Jinzo blocking his back row. Again, Jinzo is so important here in this matchup. It can be really clutch if your opponent is sitting on, let's say, like an Infernity Barrier and 1 or 2 breaks, whatever. Just, well, if I have the option right, drop Jinzo, and then I think Infernities don't really have any interruption against Jinzo. Maybe Forbidden Lands? I don't think they're running Book of Moon, but nope. Jinzo blocking the back row, and that lets me, you know, eventually got lucky again with the Demok and of course the Stratos as well. So a quick 2-0, but luck was definitely on my side here. So game number 3, again, Infernities do open, and that seems like, well, not really that great of a start. He needs to already use up like the double Street Patrol from his graveyard, but I guess it's fine, right? You can go for double Avalval Chain, and I think 2 interruptions, one of them being the Infernity Barrier, and I believe 1 break, if I'm not mistaken, and Key Beetle as well. No, indeed, yeah, just keeping the Infernity Archfiend on the field due to the Infernity Barrier. And again, very iffy here. Do you want to use Infernity Barrier on, let's say, Destiny Draw? You could prevent your opponent from drawing, but then again, there's always a chance of the opponent having like Lightning Vortex again, so again, it feels kinda iffy. Maybe you just, you know, should risk that, right? Anyway, so revealing the Jinzo here, but it doesn't really feel that strong. I opt to, you know, like put that Diamond Tooth at some extra attack points, trying to attack over at least 1 Infernity Archfiend, prevent my opponent from, you know, going for another rank 4 Exceed. But yeah, that Forbidden Lens was a very, very huge top deck. It's well, it lets him attack over the Jinzo. I don't think he had any options to attack over Jinzo or get rid of Jinzo. No Exceed play ready, and yeah, again, Avalval Chain didn't have any options, right? Because, well, he already quote-unquote wasted the Street Patrols during his first turn. But again, no follow-up play here. The Scapegoat is cool, but yeah, he's keeping that for Infernity Break for that potential back row, maybe bluff. But again, you want to be sure, since, well, yeah, you see what's happening here. This is again game, right? I didn't have any option to drop the Plasma, and now he has just so much advantage. He can definitely indeed go for the rank 4 Exceed play, protect the Necromancer, and I believe my top deck. Okay, Premature Burial. That's cute, but that's definitely not enough. Prevent the Jinzo from coming out, right? And the Necromancer is protected by Key Beetle, indeed. I can't throw the Plasma, so this is a game over. GG, well played, right? Yeah, whatever. What can I do? So another duel, game number 4 indeed, and well, again, Blood doesn't really want to go first. What can I do going first? Having the 6th card, I mean, maybe drop Stratos, search something, I guess, set something. That's pretty much it. So let's just let Infinities go first, hoping it kind of breaks, I guess, with only 5 cards. Not forget, only 5 cards. So, and yeah, then again, if they're able to go off, then they need to draw at least, you know, like multiple special summons. They need to open good, right? But there's like a substantial amount of potential break chance of the deck. So again, I think I'm better off going second. But again, a good start on his part, on his behavior. Again, the Necromancer, I mean, that's basically almost full combo. Getting another search here, Key Beetle as well, and yeah, Necromancer still for another search. So that's, I think, 3 searches, one of them being Barrier, and yeah, whatever, what can I do? I can maybe stall it out, right, but, you know, Mirror Force is going to get destroyed by one of the breaks, or, you know, he still has Infinity Barrier, so I'm not going to waste any more time here. So game number 5, it's not going to matter too much, since again, both decks already won their previous matches, so they're pretty sure, especially when their counter hit, like, well, the dual wins hit 2, and both, well, it's 2-2, so both decks are already sure to move on to the top 16 playoffs. So this 5th game doesn't really matter too much. Well, of course, ending up first gives the first place deck in the group a small advantage facing the second place deck of another group, right? We'll come back to that within the next couple of moments. So my opening move, not that strong again. The Mystical Space Typhoon and Infernity break is going to pop the double back row, and yeah, the Necromancer still live. Lavalva Chain still live, so he can set up his graveyard, get some extra reborns here. And yeah, Key Beetle, another Necromancer ready in the hand, off of Street Patrol, right? And yeah, that's indeed... Well, I'm not really sure this is not enough to attack for game, I think. But yeah, whatever. What can I... No Dimensions Fusion is not live. No Banished Hero. So maybe because of the Phoenix Blade, but that's definitely not going to be enough, right? So that's GG well played. I think we have a well-deserved winner here. A good duel. Going back and kind of going back and forth, right? Especially the first duels. But again, I think we have a well-deserved winner. The Seki first two duels. Blood will definitely managed to win that one. But yeah, again, well-deserved winners. So Infernitys end up first place here in this group with the 9 points, and Blood ending up second place here in this particular group. So the next matchup, the next two decks, okay, very cute here, the two decks, they're already out, but again, just, I mean, cool matchup, I guess, with Hieratic Kishki from 2012 is going to take on the good old, you know, plant debris shenanigans featuring the junk synchrons, right? Very cool list. Upgrade, I believe, to Jeff Jones's list. Okay, guys, again, feel free to leave your prediction which deck is going to win next matchup. That's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.